You're not on the.
There you go, you can sit here, though.
Huh?
You can sit right here. I'm going back in the... I just wanted to set up, make sure the alarm was correct.
Yeah, and I want you
Quiet,
to.
without Chip, are we?
It can't have been quiet. No.
Yeah, me and the chief were holding back crying while you were.
Lil, let me know when you're all set.
Give me 2 seconds, because Chip took my chair.
What this trip? You're good.
We're good to go?
Oh, you got a census and everything?
Yep,
All right.
same people. Come
Sorry,
in.
folks, for being late. 7:06, so we're gonna call the meeting to order at 7:06. And first thing we need to do is seal the minutes from our non-public meeting. So, you could make a motion to such effect.
I'm just thinking, we came out of non-public.
Now we're in public,
Okay.
and then we have to make a motion
Motion to seal the minutes.
minutes.
I'll make motion to seal the minutes of the non-public session.
Second the motion.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. Okay, so that's done. Okay, so review the minutes. You were sent everybody was sent a
Yep.
digital copy. I know you have a couple comments.
I got a couple, just simple ones that I'll run through real quick, and then I've marked them on my minutes, Lil, so you don't have to look
You'll
at
give me
yours.
what he
I'll
marked.
give you my marked up copy.
Okay,
There's just on page 1, there was 2 places that said using one office, it was supposed to be officer, and that was under the lieutenant's report, first paragraph.
okay.
There's 2 references there. On the second page, when we were talking about the children walking from the school on Eaton Hill Road, it says ride, which is fine. There's a section where we talk about a workman's comp something, and it's a claim. That's also on 2. On 3, we have just a textural thing where there's an I that should be an A. Director of Manchester Public Works mentioned records. Department records of the meeting now, which gets saved, and a right to know was filed, that is what they would get. And on page 4, under Dion, let's see, 1, 2, third paragraph, this last line, it says, since the complaint came to the commission, is missing, that's all.
And you made those changes on yours? Thank you.
Yeah, we'll have to make a motion to accept the
Well, just, make a motion to accept the minutes as amended.
as amended.
At least you know someone's reading.
Yeah,
I'll
good
second
to
the
know.
motion.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. Okay. Next thing on the agenda, last month, we failed to elect a chairperson, so we need to do that.
I'll make a motion to nominate, I'll make a motion to elect Dave Dion as the chair.
I'll second it.
Okay, I'll accept that. Thank you very much. Okay, neighborhood watch, I know, I saw him somewhere, right behind the chief there, I can't see you. How are you, Steve?
Very good. How about you?
Yeah, good.
Good.
Same old, basically?
Very quiet.
Very quiet.
Very quiet.
It's the way we like it.
Very nice. So, do you have anything to add to the meeting, or?
No, unless something's been out there that isn't getting to the website that sends out the
Okay.
alerts, but it's been so quiet, there's been absolutely
Well,
nothing.
well,
And that's actually a good sign.
That is very good. And we'll have the chief's report, lieutenant's report, and if there's something in there that sparks your interest, just raise your hand,
You got it.
okay? I don't think there's any surprises, but, all right, chief, what's up?
Well, what Steve says is right, there were no burglaries in the month of April, and we did have 27 calls for suspicious motor vehicles or suspicious activity calls, so I think that goes hand in hand. If
Is that a
somebody
good
was
call?
casing a neighborhood, then they saw that we were responding to it, and it's good to have no burglaries.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
And that just goes to show that the neighborhood watch group is working,
Mm-hmm.
and they're doing a great job. I hope that they continue. Now, Monday was the Auburn Village School evacuation drill. It started at 9:30, and we had Officer Heward and Officer Raku, Officer Boley, Officer Capos, Pelton, myself, Lil and Melissa all participated in this, and it went smooth. It was very, a very good drill, and it looks like things will work in the event that there is a critical incident over at the school. I believe, did you move a fire truck?
They didn't let me and Melissa, but we've drilled for it, so
They
we
drilled
can do it.
to actually be able to move fire trucks, but, anyway. And on Saturday, we had the drug take back, and Lil collected 120 pounds of drugs.
120 pounds.
120 pounds. So it's you know, and I guess all over the state there was a good response to that, to get rid of these opiates that are in people's medicine cabinets.
Right.
But you were busy all morning,
It was pretty steady.
yeah.
Was it more than last year, do you recall?
Yes. Yep.
89.
More awareness out there? Okay. All right.
The motorcycle will be up and running, and
You just got the new motorcycle, is that correct?
that's correct. And we also had a grant for the hands-free law, and I guess there's 36 stops made.
yeah.
Does that mean there were 36 summonses
It
or
doesn't
some more?
necessarily mean, but there were a bunch of summonses
The
written.
majority of them were summonses.
29 summonses, yeah. And that's off a cell phone,
true.
electronic device.
And that's all I have, other than the fact the guy's doing great, and we're coming into the summer season.
How's our injured officer doing?
He should be back in July,
Okay,
and he seems to be doing fine.
terrific. Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Any questions for the chief? Anybody? Okay, Ray?
We talked to Danny Goonan and Pete Lennon this week. They were telling us there's a new drug or a new version of fentanyl.
Saw it in the
It's,
paper.
in the Manchester area called carfentanil. It's just a stronger version of fentanyl. Fentanyl is like, I think, 10 times stronger than heroin. This is like 4 times stronger than regular fentanyl.
Wow.
Pretty, so the concern is emergency service workers coming in contact with the residue. If you just the powder either on your hand or inhale it, and you can overdose just by being in the room with the stuff. So we've taken some precautions. We talked to them, talked to the fire chief. We got some recommendations from them. We put more masks in each car. We put we were able to get some those hazmat suits for free from a place called 24 Trauma. The chief was able to talk to these guys and stuff,
Terrific.
and we got a bunch of free ones, which are brand new. We doubled up our doses of Narcan. This is a newer Narcan dispenser. We also had a glass tube before. Now this is it's stronger, twice the dose in there, and you don't have to hook anything together. You just push the plunger, you shove it in someone's nose.
That's it, ready to
Yeah,
go?
you just push the plunger, and it gives them 4 milligrams instead of 2.
Mhm.
So it's a lot lighter.
Yeah,
We were able to get those for the city of Manchester. They gave them to us for
look at that.
nothing.
Does this work against that other stuff though?
It does, but Dan Guna was telling us they had one medical call, and over they put 8 doses of that to get a response to the person. Before with regular, it was 1 dose, to pulling the right back, then it got to be 2, now they're up to 8.
Well, in the Union Leader today, there was a good article all about
Yeah.
that, how they were at an apartment and and I was wondering why they were worried about trace amounts, but
Yeah,
now
so-
it's so powerful, you can trace could.
Right, and we're running more in motor vehicle related rather than houses. Most of the people in Auburn are pretty decent as far as the heroin use in their homes. It's cars, people coming from out of city, or out of the city, that don't even know they're in Auburn. And that's what I worry is, we touch the car, we hit the seat, the powder comes off the seat, now you're breathing it in. Could be a fireman or an ambulance guy too. And, so we have 2 doses, and each officer has only 1 each car, so at least we'll have 4 on a regular shift. And that should hold us over until the fire department shows up, and they all have them now too.
Yeah. So if you inhale that new stuff, you're gonna need multiple of these.
All of that. And that's twice as big
Yeah,
as the
that's
use
right.
of it.
You're gonna need multiple of those if you inhale any of this new stuff.
That's what we're hearing.
That's
So
what they're
it
saying.
probably depends on what the actual chemical makeup of the substance is.
Yeah,
So at least we took some proactive steps to kind of get ready for it. We're usually about 2 to 3 weeks behind Manchester before we get the bleed out into the suburbs.
yeah.
So we're kind of ready to go.
If it's that powerful, just ask me, if it's that powerful, how is somebody gonna inject that and even live to feel it?
Who knows? Yeah, that-
Gotta be crazy.
Yeah, no, pretty nuts.
Might not want to take it.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah. The chief talked a little bit about the distracted driving patrols. We had specialized patrols just for distracted driving. It was a grant through, was Highway Safety, right? I think we did like 6 patrols just for that. We gave 29 summonses with 36 warnings during those patrols. We tried to stick to more summonses because that's what we're being paid for. There was some crazy rumor running around. We gave somebody a ticket for driving while eating. Not true.
Eating a sandwich, right?
Not true.
That's not true, right?
No, the lady was on her phone.
No
I think
ticket
that's-
for eating a
She wanted
sandwich.
to tell her husband not to get yelled at.
Okay,
So it was on her phone. Total during the month, we had quite a few stops. We had 327 motor vehicle stops. So that's much higher than we normally do. The weather's really getting nice. We did have an increase in motor vehicle crashes as well. We had 12. I think we was running like 8. I think you guys were somewhere around there. It's a little bit more than normal. I think it's because the weather's getting nice and people were all antsy from the winter, and now they're all out driving around. So we'll have to keep up our, into the summer, keep up our activity and keep up our, motor vehicle stops and stuff like that. For MRI this month, the stuff we had left, I think there's like 11 left. I did none of them. I've been working patrol all month. With a guy out hurt, and we had, believe it or not, like 5 people went to Florida this month. Well, I stayed, and me and the chief stayed and worked, so
okay.
I did more patrol stuff than normal. We have a new program going at the school, LEAD program. Last year we called it the BARC program. This is law enforcement against drugs. It's back to a more anti-drug type message. It's a national program. It's kind of replacing a lot of the DARE classes. It's really been working really well. So that's something that's going on right now, and I think it's Chris Boley, still the instructor, and that's going really well with the school. The school's been really responsive to that, so just let you know that that's going on there.
He's updated on all.
Yeah,
the
it's
new-
a program every year. They give you a whole new program. You don't have to make it up yourself. It comes from a national program.
Beautiful, okay.
And he's there 3 days a week, so we have an officer in the school at least for a couple hours, 3 days a week now.
Yeah,
I think that's about it. Other than that, it's been pretty quiet crime-wise. We've been doing real good with that stuff. No burglaries, and we'll keep it up.
what are we gonna do with hiring the full-time officer? Are we gonna, and
We're gonna
maybe
probably
take a-
post that internally this month and see if we get any applicants for that. If not, we'll start advertising in June.
Yeah, so you have to put it up for how many days ahead of time to be compliant with the union?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. So if you get it out this week,
Yep.
by the 3rd week of May,
Yeah.
you'll know if any of those people, if there's only one, if there's one that applies, if there's more than one, then there'll have to be a selection process.
Yep.
And if there's only one, then it would be a much easier process,
Yeah.
okay? All right,
That's
so
it.
you should post that. Any questions for Ray? Okay. Thank you, Ray. Nice
Yep.
job. Okay, old business, well, last month when we started talking about video recording, Melissa here, which works in our office, I omitted to have her come up and talk. She had given us a letter that we entered in the minutes, but I never gave her a chance to talk about all the behind-the-scenes work and all the digging around she did to all about this subject. So, Melissa, how would you like to?
Well, actually, since the last meeting, I know that Bill reached out to, I think it's the town lawyer, was it the town lawyer or?
No, okay, I got
I know that
his
there was an
correspondence
email or whatever,
here.
and really that, there was no, major issue with it, that there was no, it wasn't an official record. Will is the keeper of the records, she does those minutes and whatever, so there isn't, it's not an official record in any way. So I don't know if you have any other questions about it or, but
So now that he got this little legal advice that he
Yep.
got from the state, which was pro grad, which is, they do it for free, which is awesome. The guy did, say that it can be done. It can be done. I guess we need to just review all this, but basically, it could be done. And then there was some issue about saving it, so let me just read about that. There's something in here. You get this letter,
I
right?
thought that once we did, it became public record.
Yeah, once it's done.
I understood.
Yeah, right here. Okay, so however, the town retains the video, after the minutes are prepared. The recording is government record, subject to disclosure as long as the town retains the record. Okay. And as long as you- So you can keep them for so long, but you can get rid of them, after you do your minutes, I believe, right here. You keep deleting a little further here, let's look official meeting minutes. Oh, right here. The town is only obligated to retain a video or audio recording of a public meeting until the official meeting minutes are prepared and or approved. Therefore, the video or audio recording may be destroyed. So, I'm interpreting that as that once you do your minutes and you post them online, which is usually by Monday or Tuesday next week,
72 hours?
so, 72, so even by Friday. 72 hours, right? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So by the end of business on Friday, you usually have them in there?
Yep.
Yeah, so at that time, I guess, once they post it, we could say we don't need to record it. Would you agree with that, maybe, Bill?
Yeah, as long as you have it, it's a record, but you are able to destroy it if you wish. What he suggests is set a policy, that the town should set a policy.
That's what I was gonna say, I think that
But you can destroy it after the meeting.
Yeah, if we're gonna do
After
it,
the minutes.
we should set a policy that says when we're gonna destroy it. Now, was the intent just to have the video to assist with doing the minutes?
No, just to have the public able to see it if they can't come to the
After,
meeting.
yeah, after the town voting and the debacle with the snowstorm and everything else, I just kinda thought, things come up. There's, my kid's at baseball practice right now, and, things come up and you can't make it to a meeting, so if you're able to
So I
view
think
it
what we
and
would.
hear what's going on, and then if there's something that you have information on, you can either contact the department right away, or you can, plan to come to the next meeting to bring it up, that it really was more of just a social media informational way to get everything out there for people to view quickly.
So I think what would make sense is that we have a policy that says how long we are gonna keep them, and then we destroy them.
Correct.
And now, on another light, or along the same line, I had said, and I didn't get it out because I completely forgot about it until I read the minutes again, to look into how other towns doing it, and where I work now, we have, and I guess a few towns are using this, it's called townhallstreams.com, and they provide, the equipment, which is typically just a head, and it connects to a computer system, and a switch on the wall, and they provide a live stream of the town's meetings. And it's fairly inexpensive. There is a hosting fee, but it's like a couple $1,000s to do all the town's meetings. And they keep those. So far, we've got 3 years of them in Rye. They haven't got rid of any yet, but you can go online, go to their website, pick your town, and watch any of the meetings that they might have. So that may be something to look at. That way they don't get rid of them. They stay, at least for a set time.
They're like archives.
Yeah, well, yeah, they keep them, they actually keep everything. You have nothing, they keep everything.
Now, when you say they keep everything
It's on their servers. Yeah.
accessible forever to the public? Or
Well,
they
they're not
keep it in something
forever,
else?
but at this point, it's 3 years, and I think eventually they let you know that they're gonna clean things up, but they haven't yet. And I would recommend that maybe the town look at this, for maybe all the board meetings. One of the issues would be if we did it, I would recommend that if they do it, that wherever they do it, we move to that location for our meetings. So
They'll
that
probably have to be at the town hall,
Yeah.
more than likely.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna wire up this place and wire up that place.
No, typically you wire one
One meeting.
meeting, and basically it just gives you again, it's only one camera. It's pointed towards the front, so normally you don't see the people if you know where to sit. And I know where to sit, so you never end up on the screen. But the audio, we actually got an enhanced audio package, which I think cost $800 to wire the room in a number of locations with microphones, so that the audio is excellent, and that's what everyone uses to look at a meeting that they may have missed, and it is a great idea.
Yeah, well, I mean, like Bill had said, and I think in the letter from last month, we had said, okay, let's just try to pilot process. I mean, you look at some of the other towns that are using the YouTube like I wanted to, and they have like half a dozen views. I mean, if nobody's gonna watch it, you've already said almost $2,800 worth of fees where this was completely free. So I would say maybe down the road, if people are really viewing this and we're showing, you know, that there is a lot of interest for other departments and stuff, then it's something the town
Well,
address, but until then, just let's maybe go through the summer and see how many views there are.
I'd be in favor of trying it out for 90 days, like for 3 meetings, and keeping the tapes through the whole process. And when we've done recording 3 meetings, on the next meeting, we can see where we've been, what we think about it. By then, Bill would have an idea from the town selectmen if that'd be something they'd be interested in maybe looking into, because it would require some monetary funds, and we could go from there. I'd like to see it as a like a trial period of 3 meetings.
I think, you don't meet in July, correct?
Well, we have, but just like this July, if you look at the calendar, I believe July 4th is a Tuesday. I mean, I don't think we're gonna wanna meet on a Tuesday. Now, we could meet on the Tuesday after that, but usually in the summer, you know, we skip 1 meeting. We do usually skip, but we've had it, a year or 2 ago, we did have it.
I will tell you that at the last meeting, I recorded it through a tablet, and I actually had my phone literally like tucked between my legs right here, and you could hear everything perfectly fine. Every single comment, cough, sigh.
So for a trial, you feel that we'd have.
Yeah, so for at least a trial period, if we're looking, the goal was to just get information out.
And where would we, let me ask you this, so if we make a motion, or just, I don't know if you need a motion on it, or just verbally agree, where would you be where would somebody look for this online? Where would they go?
The police department has a YouTube channel, Auburn, New Hampshire, NH.
Oh, so they go to Auburn Police Department website,
Yep, you can
and there's a link,
Google it if you can't, you know.
no?
you
And
can-
that'd be where it'd be, it wouldn't be on any
Yeah.
other thing.
And how long will it be available for?
We hadn't fully discussed it, but I think we were discussing that until Lil has her official minutes up and running, it was just a.
Can we keep it
See, I'm
longer?
just,
We
yeah,
can
that's,
keep it.
my thought was 72 hours is a little short.
Yeah,
I'd rather see it, if
Well,
we're gonna do
YouTube,
it longer,
The
but.
only way it disappears is if you delete it yourself, so.
Well, but
it-
that's what I'm saying, I think we need to have a process that says this is how long it will be there. Because if people do want to see it, or wanna see it, they
Yeah.
wanna expect that they can see it.
I
They
got
wanna know how long they can see
Yeah.
it, but then it's gotta go away at some point, cause then we have the issue of having to keep them, why did this one stay up a month and this one disappeared a day
Right.
later and that type of thing.
I
It's
would
gotta
think-
be a set
Well,
period of time,
I would
and it has to
personally
be
think you never have to
consistent.
delete them.
I tell you, if we do a 3-meeting trial, which is like a 90-day trial, we'll say 3 meetings in case we miss a meeting in July. Then I'd say when we have a new tape, a new recording, that the old one is up.
I was gonna say, so it goes from month
Month
to
to
month.
month. And when she posts the new one, she deletes the other one, okay? And we'll go 3 meetings, so that way we could go we go the June meeting. If we miss July, we go August and September. And the October meeting, we come back and say, okay, we did 3 months, how's it going? At that time, Bill has more information, or we could gather more information on how it would affect other departments. Do we wanna go on the town, what he was discussing, live streaming it and having one room thing, and those are all things that are gonna cost money, and they would need the selectmen to approve anyway. So, but we could have a nice 90-day trial and be the people that are in the forefront of this new adventure. We could try it for 3
If it's
meetings.
on YouTube, though, I don't think it requires any money.
No.
No, we won't require any
Well,
money.
the only money is if, as long as we're not paying someone to do it for us. And the question is, can Lil do both?
Yeah, that's what our plan would be, would have
Okay,
Lil,
all right.
well, she's already being paid. Plus, I think Melissa can correct me, with YouTube, it costs you nothing just to leave it there.
Free.
They can stay there, there's ones from Atkinson, Laconia, and Chester that have been there for 10 years, and they just stay there. There's
Yeah.
no reason to delete them, if YouTube chooses to delete them, after, probably like that company, after so many years, it just falls off. But there's, right? We see ones from years,
YouTube.
5 years ago.
Yeah, but that becomes their
I-
issue, not
Not
ours.
ours, you don't have to delete them, you can just keep posting and you search by
Yeah,
month.
but
and
we
year.
will be,
Right,
when the next meeting comes available, we will delete the meeting before.
I'd go for that for 90 days. Would you be in favor of something like that? How about, would you be in favor of something like that? With those parameters?
Not deleted in the month.
So,
Did you hit?
so, Lil and Chief and Ray, what do you think of that? We do a 90-day, well, not a 90-day, let's get away from 90 days. We'll say a three-meeting trial. So that way we cover if we miss July. And after that, the next meeting, we'll put all our data together and gather everything up and decide where we wanna go. At the same time, we'll have an idea of what the selectmen and other departments are thinking when they hear that we're doing it. And you'll be the one that's in charge of all this posting.
Yeah.
And we'll remove the old post when the new one hits the website.
No,
We don't-
that's what,
I'm saying.
that's
I'm
what
saying
Melissa
just
was,
leave it all up there
Oh.
and then
for the 3 months.
3 months, 90 days, 3 meetings, whatever you wanna call it,
Yeah,
then go look at all of it.
okay.
The meeting from 4 months ago, cause I can see, did they watch it in the first 72 hours? Did somebody look at it?
Oh, you have a
Did somebody look at it?
user number.
Yeah, I'm able
You have
to
a
see
counter.
when people watch it, not who, but when.
Yeah, right.
So is somebody looking at a meeting from 3 months ago?
Okay.
Probably not, but if they are, then maybe,
All I want is that we have a process that we know when they come off.
eh,
And if it's
Personally,
90 days, that's fine by me.
Well, we won't have a process for this temporary test, because we're at after we're done the 3 tests, we can then at that time decide, do we wanna keep them and keep them forever, do we wanna erase them? We can make that decision at that time. So,
I would
with
say
those,
October. but-
with those parameters, are you guys all set, and we can tell Melissa and them, tell the administration to go forward with a trial period?
I think it's a win-win.
Yeah, other than at some point, I wanna be sure that we
Yeah.
have some process.
Where they're gonna be
I'm
reviewed?
not
I
gonna,
actually have the
we don't want
SOPs
people thinking we're
for-
keeping them.
No, right,
Yeah,
okay.
the SOPs with policies for 4 other towns,
Mhm.
so I can.
Yeah, take a look at what they-
wheel,
Yep,
maybe I
perfect.
can email with.
And here's another thing, that'd be something that we would need after our trial period, because if it's something we're gonna adopt, we're gonna have to have some standards set forth, and an SOP for us, and whatever the town uses for other departments. Which it may take a while, they may, maybe our trial period will extend it because they're not ready to come on board. We'll see how it goes, we could just say we're extending it, and I'm not saying that the town's gonna wanna do anything, maybe it's something that nobody else wants to do but us. And we'll see, even if we wanna do it, but let's go 3 meetings and give it a whirl, so, you guys all set?
We're good.
Alright?
You want a motion for that?
Probably we should make a motion, and then let's put in the parameters a little bit, so,
A motion that we do a 3-month trial,
three meeting trial,
3-meeting trial.
sorry.
We'll do
How about we just set the October meeting, we decide, we look at it
we
then.
do a trial until the October meeting, at which point we will review the process at that time.
I'll second that motion.
Alright, all in favor?
Alright.
Alright, alright, so, see if you can get it going. You have it going now.
Yeah.
So, can they post this one on YouTube?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Start next,
It's already done.
it's done there now.
we started it 4 meetings ago.
Did you elect a chairman, or did I miss that? Was
You
I
did.
sleeping?
No,
Okay,
it's Dave.
okay, I just wanted to make sure.
She spends so much time watching the screen, she doesn't
I
seem to
was.
do it.
You look good.
Okay,
That'd be a first.
we only have $100 on our budget, how are we gonna have makeup done before every meeting? $100 isn't gonna get you much. Okay, yeah, we got some evaluations here that, we were all given, so you wanna, do the honors on that?
The first one's gonna be Officer James Hude. He's at a labor grade 7, step 10, with his good evaluation. I wanna make a motion to bring him to labor grade 7, step 11.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye. Next one here. The next one is Officer David Fletcher. He's a labor grade 10, step 8, with his grade evaluation. I want to make a motion to move him to a labor grade 10, step 9.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. Okay, thank you. All right. So, there's nothing left on our agenda. Is there anything else anybody would like to bring up? Yes?
Yes, apparently the last couple of weeks, we've had a settlement between the town, Bill Barry, and the road agent Mike Cross. I want to know if there's any action taken against Bill Barry yet. You guys gave him a raise a few months ago.
Other than the wage making, it's a employee issue.
Yeah, he should be on the
Can't
lorry
discuss-
list.
Pardon me?
He should be on the lorry list. Falsified police reports.
It wouldn't be the police commission that would start that. It would have been, I believe, when he might have testified at court in front of court officials, that at that time, if it was a lorry issue, and I'm not an expert on it, but we can't really discuss it.
Crooked cops.
Anything else? Okay. With nothing else on the agenda here, I will look for a adjournment at 7:37. I'm looking for a motion on that.
I'll make a motion.
Second. Okay. All in favor? Okay.
You may have to sit at a separate table.
Glad to hear that.
You like to sit back there, you mean?
Table.